As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the right. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to throw, it's Mack. He'll pull it down. Discards a man, and they swarm him under.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll try it on the ground. Shakes off the defender. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. After the run, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And now on second down for this offense. The give out of the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To throw, it's Mack. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On second down, just keeps firing. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Give to the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Manning. Using the quick game. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of this fundamental.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hale. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Mack. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Texas offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Getting some heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Still looking on the move. Trying to make magic with his feet. The expressway is wide open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Buys a little time. Intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Mack. Looking left. Complete downfield. Running toward the tape. Touchdown! down tie. And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Lining up to add another. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oregon overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Ducks tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And that pass intercepted. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Alabama! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best play.
Makes the grab down the left side to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Longhorns!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Handoff to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Quarterback checking the play. Back to pass, it's Manning. Moves away as he feels pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. The Longhorns will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Texas. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They run the reverse. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And I tell you what, I love the versatility of wide receivers nowadays. You can handle the football in many different ways, but I like it like this. You get him going full speed in motion. He's already got all that speed built up, handling the football. He can chew up 5 yards in a hurry, get you those critical yards you need to put you in better situations.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. To the air. It's Mack. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down. Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still having to get the field.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Snowed under by the defense.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 45 on its way. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. To the ground with the back. On the move at the 30. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action, or we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Texas. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. From the gun to give, looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. These guys scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Now a chance to really dig their way out of this hole.
Yeah, and it's complimentary football, right? Offense doing their job, scoring, defense getting the stop. Offense has got the ball right back. Palmer, go back to that last drive, revisit it, and rehash some of the same plays.
Yeah, and if you're the quarterback here, think about where are my best matchups too. We're going to have to throw the football at some point here, so where do I want to take advantage of this defense and what areas of the field, and where are my best opportunities?
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They're bringing heat. Makes his connection. Good, solid tackle.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Longhorns! And here they come, almost all the way back. That score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and throw up the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided to even get remotely close to him.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Alabama 24, Texas 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Mack. They're trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Trying to get to him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. If you see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. He'll try the left side. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step in.
And down he goes back at the 3.
As an offense, you've got to know it. This part of the field, deep in your own end, you have got to do a better job in pass pro if you're going to call a pass play at this juncture in the game. Not good enough.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Here comes the Texas offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Back to throw. It's Manning coming after him. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is
going to take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over SMU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A huge score there to give them a chance, but now the moment that might decide the game, you know the onside kick's coming.
I was going to say, big decision coming up here now for the head coach. Are you thinking onside kick? You got to take a look at your timeout situation. Clock management is critical. The one thing we know, they need to get possession back quickly. Let's find out how they do that.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reed.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up at the game.
They'll run play action. He wants a big play here late. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gets him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense gets the timeout call. 20 seconds left on the clock.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Rides to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Hamilton. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Mack. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.